Right, Vice City fans, this is how to recover the garage or hand back the garage after the Sir Yes Sir mission, which is where you've got to drive the tank into the garage. There's not much point in salvaging the tank because we are able to just spawn one in. So, as you can see, I've just copy and pasted the 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of code there. I added them in, rebuilt the ISO. And manuscript file to the hybrid version, drag files in the ISO, rebuild, boot up, load up the game, spawn straight over to garage. So obviously, as you can see, it's locked by default. I'm going to use the mission skip function. Go to the Sir Yes Sir mission. We go over to our tank. Going to get in, hit the tank, and we're going to drive over to garage. In this case, teleport, and drive in, complete the mission. And as soon as you complete the mission, there you go, and the garage is available. I've added that, and then there's a couple of cheat codes that I've also added to the hybrid version Pinash. And there's something that's a little bit weird with the ordering of cheats. So can't have, for example, like hydraulics and cars on water at the same time. But this little 5-minute video I'm about to show now will kind of explain how you can have multiple cheats running at the same time. It just doesn't work on every single combination of multi-cheats that are available in the game. So this should cover that now. Fire down at the Z point on the ground. So turn debug mode back on. And I'll find a helicopter, like the Hunter, maybe? Or whatever comes first, I suppose. Sea Sparrow. Comes first. Okay. And debug mode off. So as you can see, the fire spawns on the Z point. If we just do that. Okay, which means you can fly around, shooting fire as you go. That's pretty cool. Now for the cheats that I've added, we've got, first of all, I've just listed the cheats that are currently in use. So that's 60 FPS, railed off, widescreen, subtitles on, infinity health and armor. That's 200. Freeze mission time is just useful to have. Cars float on water should be on. And cars fly, and then the new cheats that I've added, which is vehicles can have the tank gun. I had this in PAL 2003, but what I did not have was the hydraulics, so I've added that one to this PAL 2002 hybrid, and also the fire truck hose, which is available for the PAL 2003 one. So we've got our cheats available. And, oop, go ahead. See what's working, what's not. Okay, we've got vehicles on water. Now, for some reason, you're not able to have multiple things at once. So, what you need to do, disable this one. Hit the water. Okay, so now we can bullets, so we can shoot our fire underneath, and then we can go on the water. I haven't quite worked out why, but that's just the way that you need to do it. You sort turn one on, turn one off, and leave it enabled. Now, obviously, if you wanted to disable it, you just change that back to it's just a toggle. So a little bit else, obviously, what we use for the 999. For some reason, the ammo limit was set to 2,000. Not quite sure why. The arbitrary number. I've just used the 9999 value or trick thing to give it what I assume is now infinity ammo. Obviously, I haven't thrown 99,999 of them, but pretty sure it was just 5 digits or 4 digits or whatever to disable that and give infinity ammo. Well, that's the workaround for not having to use 100% completion, which works, by the way, in every single other version. But the cool thing about this is there's no need for a starter save or for modifying anything, because if we use our mod, so I hope that explains everything. We've got the added cheat functions there. We've got that dock secret garage that we had before, as well as a way to add in the Sir Yes Sir garage, battling with space in the main SCM as to what I can do and trying to balance the differences between what cheats you want in the SCM, so you can do button combos in game, what already exists, and add in the new stuff. As you can see, this has now reached like 800 lines. There's some other stuff that I've cut out and put into the to-do list, but the majority of this is pretty much just notes, to be honest. Like 100 lines worth of notes, and most stuff is not really needed in this one. I've done a couple of updates to PAL 2003 as well. Is here, not much, but just one or two, because I did every other version months ago, and then I've just been spending X amount of time, minutes or whatever, anywhere from 5 minutes to do one code to sometimes an hour, and failing and doing nothing most days. Just add into the beta one. But then there's ones that I've done in one version, things I haven't added to the other, and blah blah blah. So some of the things need to be transferred across, and some of the things need to be backported. Obviously we've got the debug out, so you don't need much stuff in it. Yeah. There you go. For the updates for that garage, the ability to shoot tanks, have hydraulics and stuff like that on any vehicle, and changing the 2,000 ammo that was set in the debug code by default to what's now infinity ammo, mainly as a workaround to then not have to use the 100% completion, which would normally give your vehicle double damage and your weapons infinity ammo, but for some reason, as you can see from the note, it does not work in this beta, or it doesn't work with the hybrid changes anyway. Don't know why. Still, gets you everything you need. Enjoy.